guys, so today we're removing the tint on a customer's 350Z. Unfortunately, he got a state ref, and so that means that he's got to remove the tint. They got him for an air filter. He didn't even have a full intake system. He literally just had an air filter on there, and they got him for that. Luckily, they didn't get him for the exhaust. They just gave him a warning, but I mean, if you're getting state ref, you're gonna have to put everything back to stock. But the good news is that means that he doesn't have to pay the $800 or $1,000 fine that everyone keeps talking about. So today we want to show you, we tinted these windows for him, and we want to show you how to best remove the window tint, because I know there's a few methods out there. There's some people that will literally get a blade, cut it, and then pull the whole thing off, and then have to blade off all of the glue. There's other people that use steamers, and that also heats it up and allows you to take it off and prevents any glue from sticking. But what I've found is that the steamers also leave a lot of water, and so to prevent any water from getting on the door or anything, we actually just use heat, and it essentially has the same result as a steamer. As you can see here, there's barely any residue left. There's only some in the corner, which is where we initially peeled and didn't really get a chance to heat it up. But yeah, so let me show you what we do. So basically what we do is you heat up a corner, and then you peel it up a tiny bit, and then you heat as you go. So you take a heat gun, similar to vinyl. We want to heat it up, and it makes it easier to work with. In the case of tint, it allows less glue to stick to the window. So as you heat it up, you kind of start pulling like that. And what you can do is you can heat from both sides. Make sure the tint gets nice and warm. And from there, you'll just keep pulling like that. And then once it starts getting a little bit harder to pull, we'll take the heat again and heat the whole window up. So basically, heat as you go, because you're never going to be able to heat the whole thing and then take your time to pull it, because by the time you get to the other side, it's going to be kind of cooled off, and you'll get a bunch of residue left over. So again, I'm heating the whole thing and then pulling. And the trick is, so look, I didn't really heat here, I heated more down here, so there's glue sticking. So the trick is to pull away at a 45-degree angle. So you're gonna heat this up again, like that. And then this right here was actually a scrape from some debris that he had in his window, but look at the difference. There's residue left over when you don't heat it, and when you do, it comes off evenly. So again, this is a long process, but this is basically what you have to do. So we'll go ahead and cut to the next clip once we take the whole thing off, so you guys can see the difference. All right, so we just finished removing the tint. Here is, he was actually running 5% tint, so that's my bad. So here is the old tint. Well, it wasn't that old, but here's the tint that we installed. Notice that it's not purple, not faded, cracked, or anything. And then this is what his car looks like now. So yeah, I mean, back to kind of a fishbowl, but he's got the back tinted, so it's not that bad. But eventually he'll come back and get it redone, and we'll hook him up. But yeah, again, this was the old tint. No more tint. So yeah, now we just got to remove some of the glue that's left over, and then we'll be good to go. So all right guys, so we just finished removing the glue on here. I didn't show you the process, but basically there are specific solutions that help for removing tint, but what we did is we got isopropyl alcohol and water mixture, and then we get that mixture, you spray it on the window, and then you use one of these blades. I hope this is in focus. One of these blades, there you go, one of these blades, and basically like go out the window, trying to get this to focus, go out the window like at a 45-degree angle, and you start scraping it. Sorry, you start scraping it at like a 45-degree angle, and basically you're going like this on the way down, and then like this, like on the side, by doing that with the alcohol, it should help get rid of everything. So my side is done. Lawson is finishing his side up right now. His took a little bit longer because he decided not to use much heat and just rip it off. So he's paying the consequences for not being patient. So yeah, we just wrapped up. I didn't show you guys that, but here, I'll show you what Lawson's doing. Basically, you spray the window with the alcohol, and then you take the blade and you remove all the excess glue. And that should make it pretty easy to remove, and then just feel free to wipe it down with a microfiber cloth to leave it clean, and that should really conclude it. So I hope this was helpful, and again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.